I'll be a millionaire before age 35, or I'll jump off the tallest building in Omaha, as Warren Buffett said when he was very young. Friends, today in this video we will see how the world's richest investor earned money, how he made $0 to $1 million at the age of 32, and made $1 million to $85 billion. So let's get started. Warren Buffett was born on the 30th of August 1930 in Omaha, USA. Warren Buffett's father, Howard Buffett, was a stockbroker who has also been a politician, while his mother was a housewife. American crises were running in 1930. Before Warren Buffett was 1 year old, his family lost all their bank savings, because the bank in which Warren's family was saving was closed. Warren saw his parents living in poverty in his childhood. His mother sometimes skipped her one-time meal many times, so that Warren's dad could eat because he used to get tired after working the whole day. And seeing all this poverty, Warren said that either I will become a millionaire before 35 years, or else I will suicide by jumping off the tallest building. Since childhood, Warren was very familiar with maths and numbers, especially he used to find patterns in everything. For example, as a child, he would look at the numbers of all the vehicles in front of his house and write them in a paper at night, and see who the car most often passes in front of his house. Once Warren saw a man taking cold drinks from a machine installed in front of his house, and that machine had lids of cold drinks. Warren Buffett lifted the lid every day for weeks, and saw which cold drink people drink the most. After counting the lids, they came to know that people prefer Coca-Cola more. And after many years, due to this knowledge in his investing career, he had also bought many shares of Coca-Cola. When Warren Buffett was 10 years old and was reading a book in the Benson Library, he came across a book titled 1,000 Ways to Earn $1,000. There were many ideas to earn money in that book, but one of them was very much liked by Warren, and the idea was that you can earn $1,000 even by installing a weighing machine. The idea was that by installing one machine, the money that would come from it should be bought for another machine, and every time the profit should be reinvested instead of spending. On seeing that 7-year-old child, Warren Buffett started calculating how much one machine would cost him, and how much time it would take him from his profit to buy another machine. Even he could count it. If every person in the world uses his weighing machine, then how much money can he earn? Warren Buffett started selling a lot of things since childhood, such as he sold Coca-Cola, sold chewing gum, sold magazines. Even he got up at 4 o'clock to tell people. He also gave newspapers. He started enjoying the game of making money since childhood. Buffett says that earning money was freedom, and I could be my own boss. Warren Buffett fell in love with the concept of compounding since childhood, because he had heard the story of a king in his childhood, which was like this. Once a priest comes to the king, and he asks for donation from the king. That proud king says that we will give you as much donation as you want. Ask what you want. On this the priest said that there are 64 boxes in the chest. Give me 1 rice grain in the first box of the chase, then double it in the next box, that is 2 rice grains. After that in the next box, double it again, that is 8 rice grains, and you keep doing this till 64 sections of the chest. As many rice grains will come in total. That's all I need. On this the king said, just how ignorant you are. Would have asked me for diamonds and jewels. But when that king's soldiers started pouring rice grains in 64 sections, there were so many rice grains in that 64 section that king had to sell his entire kingdom. Warren Buffett was so impressed by this story that he used compounding as his core philosophy. Accepted. When Warren Buffett applied to Harvard Business School at the behest of his dad, Howard's interviewers interviewed Warren Buffett in Chicago for 10 minutes and told him, forget it. You can't get admission in Harvard. And Warren is very sad. Done what I will tell my dad now. But now let's say that hardly the best thing happened to me, because a few years ago he read a book called Intelligent Investor and Security Analysis by Benjamin Graham, due to which Warren Buffett was very impressed. After Howard's rejection, Warren saw in the prospectus of Columbia University that Benjamin Graham was teaching there, and he wrote him a letter. Dear Professor, I still thought that you were dead, but now I know it is already that you are alive and teaching in Columbia University. Then I want to join this university. And Warren got admission in Columbia University. And Warren says that these were the best days of my life, because I learned a lot about investing from Benjamin Graham. Benjamin taught them 2 best rules of investing. Rule number 1 is never put your investing money at risk, that is never lose money. And rule number 2 was, never forget rule number 1. A very important concept that Warren Buffett learned from Ben Graham was value investing. That is buying a company according to its value and not according to its present market value. For example, you know this pen worth is 10 rupees? And tomorrow if the market sends you that pen for 20, then you should not buy it but wait, and the day the same pen market starts offering you 5 rupees, then you should buy it at the same time. And as soon as the market is again selling that pen for 10 rupees, then you should also send that purchased pen to the market again for 10 rupees, and you should earn profit. Now this philosophy Buffett used to buy shares of big companies, and earned a lot of money. In 1956, at the age of 25, Warren opened a partnership form of his own, in which he had 7 partners. The maximum partner was from his family, only 6 years in 1962. He had converted his $105,000 into $7 million with the help of his partnership firm, of which $1 million belonged to Buffett. That is, at the age of 32, he had become a millionaire, and luckily he did not have to jump from a high building like he had promised in childhood. The stock price in the market was rising, and it was becoming difficult to buy cheap shares, so Buffett stopped his firm in a few years. Warren was very afraid of public speaking. He says that if I went on stage at that time, I thought I would vomit. He saw a public speaking course in the newspaper, and he joined that course. According to Warren Buffett, this gave him a huge jump in his further profession. Warren Buffett says that he had gained so much confidence from this course, that he proposed his girlfriend for marriage and married her. After this, Buffett's life entered his close partner, Charles Munger. Before meeting Charles Munger, Warren's investment philosophy was to buy a company that has high actual value, but due to bad management, it is still getting cheap. And later when the value of that company increases, at that time sell the market share of that company and earn profit. But after meeting the Charles Munger, it became the investing strategy of Buffett to buy a company which is a quality company, which will be later there is no need to sell, because the value of that company will increase after compounding itself, and that company will make profit for us. And because of this philosophy, Buffett bought shares of companies like Coca-Cola, American Express, Gillette, Vought, and made a lot of profit. A few years before this, Buffett had bought a lot of shares of a company named Berkshire Hathaway, which was a textile company. When Buffett had bought a lot of shares of this company, at that time the entire control of this company came in the hands of Buffett, and Buffett became the chairman of Berkshire. Buffett started selling Berkshire's useless assets, and finally closed the textile business and made an investing firm out of it, from which he made a lot of money. Even today, Warren Buffett's maximum money is in Berkshire Hathaway. Friends, Warren Buffett took a simple idea, compounding, and followed him his whole life. And today in 2019, the net worth of Warren Buffett is close to $85 billion. And this is the same boy whose mother had to skip one meal because of less money. Do you know that Warren Buffett and Bill Gates are best friends today? Yes, and this story started in this way. Once Bill Gates' mother Mary had given a lot to Bill Gates, that he came for a family meeting in the food canal, and there he met Warren Buffett. But Bill Gates was very racist, because he did not want to meet Warren Buffett, because Bill Gates thought that Warren Buffett was just a man who buys and sells stock shares. And he did not think that meeting him would benefit him in any real way. But finally Bill Gates agreed to come for lunch, and as soon as Bill Gates met Warren Buffett, he came to know that Warren Buffett is a good and intelligent person, and they both became best friends very quickly. At that time Bill Gates' dad also had lunch. And he told Warren Buffett and Bill Gates that both of you have been very successful in your life. Then he gave them both a paper and a pen, and said, what is it that you believe in since both of you were successful? When Bill Gates' dad looked at their paper, they both wrote the same word, and it was, focus. Even today, Bill Gates and Warren Buffett are friends, and Warren Buffett donated $3.4 billion in the year 2018 to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. And not only this, Warren Buffett has also promised that he will donate 99% of his wealth after his death, and will give very little of his share to his children, because he knows that the money received without hard work will not improve the life of his children, but they will be ruined. Friends, Warren Buffett still lives a very simple life. He lives in a middle-class house, eats middle-class food and drives a middle-class car. Berkshire Hathaway. Initially he had only 25 employees. Of course now there are many employees in Berkshire, but those initial 25 employees still work with them today. Warren says that I consider every one of my employees and one shareholder as my partner, and I treat them like a family member. He always says that I am happy, because in my life I am playing the game which I love. I do not love money. I just love the game of investing. If I was in love with money, I would have bought an expensive car, but I don't do anything like that. That's all in today's video. If you like my video, then please subscribe to the channel and like the video. Then I will meet you in the next video. Thank you.